Mindful Life Practice.
And we're going to start our practice tonight. What can be our starting pose? Let's come into a Shavasana. When I first started teaching yoga at Samatva, which is where I practiced yoga for like 5 years, every single class started in a Shavasana. And I thought that this was the way that I had to do it because it was the way that everyone there was doing it. Anyway, it was quite interesting when I ended up at Alive Yoga in Kuwait a few years later and realized that you can start in child's pose, you can start sitting, you can start in butterfly, you can start standing, or you can start in Shavasana, right? There's a million and one ways. So I feel like I actually never start in Shavasana anymore. Probably because I did it for so long at Samatva that I'm like trying to do stuff that's new. Anyway, let's go back to basics. Let's go back to the beginning. So rest here with your heart or the back of your heart on your mat. And your palms can be either on your navel or palms flat and face up, either or, it doesn't really matter. And then take deep breaths. Let your deep breaths anchor you. Let them ground you. Let them bring you into the present moment, into your practice. So we are slowly plugging along. If you've been on this journey for the 30-day challenge, we've been gradually introducing ourselves to like different elements of yoga philosophy. And today we finally arrived at the second niyama. I originally planned for this to be like right around the halfway point, but such is life. We're going on tangents. We have our guest teachers not sticking with the plan. But anyway, day 23, we're here. Samtosha is the Sanskrit term for contentment. So a lot of us go through life, or at least I went through life for a long time using, the phrases, I will be happy when, or I will be happy if. I know when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to grow up and, not have to be in my parents' house anymore. And when I was a student at university, I just couldn't wait until I was done school and had my own life and my own career. And, and then I moved to Kuwait and I just couldn't wait until I left Kuwait because I hated it so much. And I always thought that I would find contentment in the next thing. And so what Samtosha is asking of us is trying to find contentment in the now. Trying to be content with where we are at today, not striving towards the future. Being content here and now. So maybe you want to set an intention around that. If it's something totally different, that is okay too. Now let's take a breath in and stretch everything long. And then take your right index finger and thumb, hook it around your left wrist, and drag your body over towards the right. So you're expanding through the left side body, and then walk your legs across the mat over to the right. So you're making a banana through the body, and you're breathing into the left side body. And then walk all the way back through center and switch your grip. So left fingertip around right wrist, come all the way over, create this banana through the body. I've heard this pose called banana asana. Come all the way back in, and then take your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. And then take your palms onto the backs of your thighs and give yourself a rock over. Coming all the way into your child's pose. And so this is a particularly interesting day for us to be focusing on contentment. And I'm going to tell you why. I don't know if all of you know this about me. This is a fun fact about me. When I was 25, I was married for 6 weeks. And today is my anniversary. We got married 3 years ago today in Cyprus. And that was one of those things that I thought would bring me contentment. You know, committing to that marriage and having a diamond ring, and boy, was I wrong. It was a perfect example of me thinking, when I hit this milestone, I will be happier. And for me, that just was not the case. I was gonna save that until the end, but what? Might as well just put it out there. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then come all the way back into your table. And then we're gonna move through some cat-cow flows. So inhaling, heart open, and then exhaling, curl up. Now this particular class, we're gonna take about probably 50 minutes, just because I want there to be a transition time for me to like greet all of our restorative yoga friends. So if you prefer to just have silence between the classes, you could always just silent the computer for those 10 minutes and then turn it back on again, all right? Let's take one more round of breath. And then come into your neutral table and then just tuck the toes, lift up and back, down dog. Let's take our right leg up and take some circles with the hip. And then land your right foot, bend through your left knee, take circles. I bet a lot of you have a million questions because I think it was a pretty well-kept secret for a long time that I was married. Come all the way back, land your left foot, take a breath in, a breath out, and then you're gonna bend both knees, gaze forward, and step your feet up to meet your hands. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and then you're gonna bend through the knees and sit back, find yourself in a chair. See if you can tuck your spine a little bit, lengthen through your arms, not your spine, your tailbone. What am I saying? Take one inhale, one exhale, and then press through both feet. Lift your palms all the way up, reach them overhead. Let's do banana asana again, but standing. So left thumb, left index finger, and then reach your body over to the side. And then come all the way back up, and then take it the opposite way. Come all the way up, palms reach overhead, And then just exhale, take it forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale your way back down, plant the palms, step back. Find yourself in a plank, and we'll move through our first vinyasa. If you have to lower the knees, go ahead. Coming all the way up to your down dog. Take your right leg up towards the sky again. Draw your right knee in, step your right foot between the palms. Let's inhale up into a crescent. And then exhale your way back down, plant the palms, step back, flow through vinyasa. Come all the way back up to your down dog. Left leg up towards the sky. Draw your left knee in, step the foot between the palms, lift up crescent. Exhale your way back down, and then vinyasa. Come all the way back up, bend through the knees, gaze forward, hop or step the feet up to meet the hands, and then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Let's bend through the knees, sit back, chair. And then press through the feet, come all the way up to stand. And then take your palms into your heart center. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, and then exhale. Let's take one more of these warm-up flows. So palms reach up towards the sky, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to lower, plant the palms, step back, vinyasa. Be super mindful of how your back is feeling as you do this. Right leg up, right knee in, step the right foot between the palms, and then lift your body up into a crescent. And then exhale, take it forward, plant the palms, step back, vinyasa. And then inhale your left leg up towards the sky. Draw your left knee in, step the left foot forward. Breathe in, crescent lunge. And then exhale, take it forward. Step back, vinyasa. Come all the way back up to your down dog. Take a few breaths as your spine neutralizes. And then bend through the knees, gaze forward, hop your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, sit back into your chair. I'm gonna leave you there for a moment. I need to turn on my air conditioning. This is this constant thing, this constant issue I have. I don't wanna have the air conditioning on, but it's like 35, 40 degrees outside now in Abu Dhabi. I need to have it on. Actually, at nighttime, it goes down to 30. I'm over exaggerating. Take a breath in, and then exhale into your fold. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to lower, vinyasa, or just step back to your down dog, that's okay. And then we're gonna take one more warm-up flow. This time, right leg extends. Draw your right knee in, step the foot between the palms, come up to your crescent, and then open to your warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, come all the way up. You're gonna window palms to the mat and frame the foot. Okay, leave your left palm where it is. Take your right palm up towards the sky. You're in this lovely twisted low lunge. And take one more breath. And then we're gonna take this into a side plank. So roll onto the other edge of the left foot. Take your right foot, place it somewhere on the mat. 3 deep breaths. And then vinyasa. Left leg lifts. Draw your left knee in. Step the left foot between the palms. Inhale up. And then exhale, open. Breath in, reverse your warrior. And then breath out, come all the way forward, plant the palms. And then reach your left palm up towards the sky. By the way, it's like kind of half of the people in my life know that I was married and half of the people think we were just engaged. So roll onto the outer edge of the foot, step back. So I was about to say the truth stays a secret between us, but Then I remembered that I'm gonna put this on the archives of my website, so everyone's gonna know. Take one more breath, and then land the left palm, slowly lower. Inhale, lift up. I think everyone knows except my uncle. Come back to your down dog. And then just land the knees onto the mat, coming into your table. Let's walk the palms forward so that we're in a bit of a low plank. Elbows draw back, and then push the ground away. If you want to tuck your toes and do tricep push-ups with your toes tucked. My God, I lost my train of thought there. That was weird. Feel free. I'm going to keep them lowered because I did bar today, and I'm over it. One more. And then just come all the way down to the mat. And then have your palms on your mat, on your fingertips. And then just inhale, sneak your heart up. Okay, exhale to lower. Walk your fingertips wide now. And then inhale, lift. And then exhale to lower. Walk your fingertips in again. Breathe in and then lift. Exhale, lower. And then fingertips wide. Breathe in, lift. And then exhale, lower. Take your palms underneath the shoulders. Come up to a table. And then all the way back to your down dog. Take your right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Bend through the right knee, stack the hips. Either stay here or ripple forward and flip your dog, landing onto your right toes, outer edge of the left foot. Take your right palm overhead, finding your wild thing. And then land the right palm, come forward, zip your right knee into your chest. Hold it here. 3, 2, and then 1. You guys know what's coming next. Right foot out, rock star, land the heel, lift up, and then take it all the way into your side plank. Decide what you're gonna do with your leg. Maybe you extend. 3, 2, 1, step your right foot forward. All right, let's lift up. So we're gonna move through the classic mandala flow today with, a little bit of changes as always, okay? So let's land the right heel and find our bodies in warrior 2. And then take your right palm up, land your right palm on your left shoulder, weave your left arm around. Maybe your fingertips can reach each other, and then maybe not. Maybe you're just grabbing onto your shirt or your hair or whatever, and bend deep into the knee. Feel this expansion through the spine. I guess it's more of a contraction, really. And then when you release, that's the expansion. Interlace your palms, inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, bring your way forward, humbled warrior. Your heart is low here. Shoulder alongside the knee. And then press through the feet, come all the way back up, lengthen through your right leg. Reach forward, hinge, find your triangle. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, find your way into your Ardha Chandrasana, and then maybe take your Chapasana, so the heel kicks. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I did a poll on Instagram last night asking what's your least favorite pose? And now that I know, I'm trying to remember what everyone's answer was, but I remember what Nadia's answer was, and so we're gonna do Nadia's least favorite pose right now. You're gonna release, land your left palm, walk your palms back, finding your standing splits. Yay, lift the foot higher, higher, higher. 3, 2, and then 1, bend through the right knee, step the left toes all the way back, inhale up, and then open to your warrior 2, or not warrior 2, your 5-pointed star, and then hinge your body forward, forward fold. Centralize your right palm, inhale your left palm up towards the sky, and then exhale, fold. I wish I could remember all of your least favorite poses so we can practice finding contentment within them. Breath in, and then breath out, and then take one more twist. Inhale, and then exhale. Okay, hands onto the hips, press through the feet, come all the way up to stand. Turn your left toes, lift off of your right heel, and then widen into your crescent lunge. Hover your back heel for 3, for 2, and then on 1, you're gonna lift it back up, and I want you to land your right heel, so it's in a 45-degree angle, like in your warrior 1, okay? Lengthen through your left leg. Inhale your palms up, and then we're gonna exhale, hinge forward, and this is a pyramid pose, okay? So you can stay here, or you can centralize your right fingertips underneath the face on the mat and start to peel your left palm up. Now the ground might be a far reach, so you could also use a block or a book or whatever just to give yourself a little bit of leverage. Okay, so maybe you stay here. That's cool. Maybe you want to come into revolved half moon, shifting your weight forward. And then there's another option, yay, Chapasana revolved. So left palm, right foot. Stay here, kicking back for 3 and 2. And then on 1, you're gonna release that, land the left palm, walk your hands back, find contentment in your standing splits, lift, 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 lift. And then lift up to stand, take the right knee with you, cross the right thigh on top of the left, open up your arms, and then find your eagle. Someone told me that they hate eagle. I can't remember if it's someone here or not. So we'll do it anyway. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and then peel all the way up to stand, lift the right leg. And if you want to interlace the palms on the shin, go ahead. I'm wobbly. And if you want to hook the fingertips on the toe and extend the leg, go ahead. And then just stay for 1 more breath. And then cross your right ankle in front of your left, okay? Inhale, lift. Grip your left fingertips around your right wrist and take that side bend, lateral side bend. Coming all the way up, release the grip, tippy toes, quarter swivel, land the heels, step the left foot all the way forward. Whoa, slippery mat, I almost slided there. Turn your left toes, bend into the left knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, windmill palms to the mat and frame the foot. And let's pop into a little lizard down here. So you can land onto the knee, walk the left palm to the inside of the mat, maybe open your knee, maybe you're down on the elbows. Perhaps you take it into a bit of a quad stretch. And then let's release it. Take that palm back. Tuck the left toes, or sorry, right toes, lift the right knee. Step back, find your strong plank. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Lower down, push back up to plank. 2 more of these hovering, and then push, and then 1 more, and this time follow through with your vinyasa. Guys, 30 days ago, I could not do that. Noodle arms. Left leg lifts up. Bend through your left knee, stack the hips. Maybe you take it forward. Wild thing. Come all the way back, zip your left knee into your chest, get really, really strong. And then rock star, outer edge of the left foot, land the heel, right palm rises. Take it back. Hook your fingertips around your left toes. Reach it up. 3, 2, and then 1, step your left foot between the palms. Inhale up, and then open. Okay, take your left palm, place it on your shoulder, weave the right arm around, find this bind, deep bend through the knee. and then release your grip, and then take your palms to interlace. Inhale, and then exhale it, hinge forward. Humbled warrior. Come all the way back up. Lengthen through the arms, lengthen through your left leg. Walk your right foot in a tiny bit, hinge forward. Left arm alongside left leg, right arm reaches up. Stay. Or Ardha Chandrasana. Or take it into Chapasana. Kick through the heel, open through the chest. Release the right foot, release the right palm. Come forward, walk the palms forward. Find contentment in your least favorite pose as you lift, lift, lift the leg. And then bend through the left knee and step the right foot back and spin all the way into your forward fold. Let's deepen this. Land your right palm, take your left palm up, and then hook it all the way around the back and gaze over the left shoulder. Unwind. Opposite way. One more of each. And then twist the opposite way. And then come all the way back. Placing hands on the hips, lift all the way up to stand. Turn your right toes, lift off of the heel. Find yourself in this crescent lunge. Bend through the left knee, hover, hover, hover. And then lengthen back up. And you're going to land onto the left heel and lengthen through your right leg. Okay, inhale your palms up. Reach it forward. And then just waterfall your heart over pyramid pose. Deep stretch through the right leg. Now maybe you spiral the arm up. Maybe you shift weight into your revolved half moon. Maybe you kick the foot back. Find this shape, 3, 2, and then on 1, lifting all the way up to stand, cross your left thigh on top of your right. Find this eagle. Leaning Tower of Pisa. I think it's your left arm underneath your right. Leaning Tower of Pisa, for those who haven't heard, that's what my dad affectionately calls this pose. Sit a little lower, 3, 2, and then 1 to unwind everything. Take your left knee in, and then maybe you extend the left leg, hooking the toes. Take one more breath. Cross your left foot in front of your right. Arms up. Banana the opposite way. Hook the index finger and thumb. Reach. And then lift all the way up. Tippy toes swirl. Land the heels. Step the right foot all the way forward. Turn the right toes. Bend through the right knee. Reach your arms. Give an inhale, reverse. Give an exhale up, windmill palms to the mat. Take your right palm to the inside of your right foot and walk your right foot wide. Land onto your left knee. Bring your body down into your hip opening lizard, and maybe you come into that quad stretch. And then we're gonna release the foot, land the right palm, tuck your left toes, and this time, step your left foot forward and sit your body into a squat. Okay, crow pose. I believe this was Benet's answer. Let's crow. Let's try to find contentment in the poses that we dislike. Wahaha. Land your palms, spread your fingers, land your knees on your elbows, and then just tilt your body weight forward. And maybe you can lift your toes, maybe not. Give it 3, give it 2. Something I'm working on is a jump back. I don't think I can do it, but let me try and fall and embarrass myself. Not today. Something to work on is hopping back between poses. I've never been able to do it. Lower, Lift your heart into a back bend. Shift all the way back up to your down dog. And then let's come forward onto the knees. Tuck the toes. Lift your body up. And we're gonna move into a camel back bend, okay? So land your palms, fingers pressing up. And then just use your hands to push your hips forward, and maybe you stay here. And maybe you reach your fingertips down to your heels. And I have to tell you something, this pose, I refuse to do it, I think up until my first yoga teacher training, because I felt like I was falling backwards when I did it, and it made me extremely anxious. If you're having reactions to poses like that, it's okay to just not do them, right? I want you to challenge yourself to feel, you know, pushed to your edge and feel a little bit of discomfort. But if you're having a reaction like that, then just skip it, right? When you're ready, you can come back to it, it's fine. Land the palms on the sacrum, lift yourself back up. And then just sit your hips back on your heels. Let's let the spine realign and land the palms, and then just take deep breaths. I think finding contentment in a little bit of discomfort is okay. Trying to work towards that. I never want you to try to do a pose that really doesn't make you feel good, whether it's like physically or mentally. Walk your palms forward. Let's just let the spine stabilize for a moment in a table. And then we're gonna tuck the toes and lift back. And then bend through the knees and gaze forward and just make your way up to the front of the mat. Okay, take an inhale to half lift. Take an exhale, fold. And then slowly make your way up to stand. Circle your palms up overhead. Take your palms into your heart center, thumbs into your heartbeat, and just take a few breaths of your strong Tadasana. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a choice here. We're going to take about 10 breaths in a balancing pose. And I want you to choose a pose that makes you feel good, makes you feel content. So it can be dancers, it can be tree, it can be half moon, which we did already, revolved half moon, you choose, okay? But move into it, count 10 breaths. And I'm just gonna take tree, and I'll tell you why. Open your right knee. If you're gonna come with me into tree, land the foot on your leg. Tree is like one of my favorite poses ever. I do it often when I'm like standing at my, kitchen island, working at my computer. And I realized that I don't teach this pose very often in Vinyasa. I don't know why. Maybe I began to think it was too easy or something. But I don't know, there's something about it. It's just like a peaceful, maybe it's a peaceful balancing pose for me, and it's maybe one of the few that's so peaceful. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's about 10 breaths. Just transition to the opposite side, and this time I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to breathe, so I'm not disrupting you. And then just release the foot back down, ground through both feet. Feel the polarity between these two elements. Being unsteady and steady. And then let's flow through a vinyasa. So inhale your palms up. Exhale forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lower, plant the palms, step your feet back, vinyasa. All right, I have an update for you guys. I just had a brainwave. Bené's least favorite pose was not crow. I can't remember whose least favorite was crow. Hopefully it was one of you guys. Her least favorite was pigeon. So let's go there now. Take your right leg up. Take your right knee in. Lay your right shin across the width of the mat. Wiggle your right knee back. All of you guys are not beginners, so all of you know that you can take thread the needle. Please feel free to go there. Otherwise, bring your body down, supporting yourself as you need to. Taking deep breaths. Allowing these deep breaths to tap into the parasympathetic nervous system. Just take one more round of breath. And then walk all the way up. Coming all the way back to your down dog. Lift your right leg up. Maybe you feel like flipping your dog. That's what I feel like doing. And then take it all the way back to your down dog. Opposite side, left leg extends. Draw your left knee in. Set yourself up. Wiggle your right knee back. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, come forward. And then take one more breath. Let's roll onto the left side of the bum and then just take the right knee all the way forward. Land your feet. Lift your arms, lift your legs, Navasana. Slowly lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, come all the way down. And then let's bring our bodies into one last back bend. If you want to take bridge, go ahead. And if you want to come all the way up into full wheel, that's also an option there for you. Take one more breath. Draw the chin in, lower all the way down, back of the head grounds. Rest your body. Cross your right thigh on top of the left. Let's steal a move from Sarah's power vinyasa. Let's come into an eagle on our backs. And then you're going to crunch up, tap your elbow to knee. We're going to do 8 of these. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Crunching here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Open your arms. Shift your hips to the side. Drop your knees to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. Oh, if the eagle leg crosses too deep, by the way, feel free to unwind and take a more chilled version of this twist, but you guys all know that. None of you are beginners. Come all the way back. And then uncross. And then recross. And then cross your eagle arms the opposite way if you know what way that is. And then crunch up. 1, release. 2, release. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. You're going to unwind. Shift your hips to the side. Drop your knees. And then let your spine just soak up this twist. Now come all the way back through center. Unwind. Bring your body into neutral. Take your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Ask yourself if there's anything else that you need to finish this practice. And if there is something, just do it now. Otherwise, preparing for your shavasana or your meditation, or whatever other restful shape you want to take. I want to share something with you. I wrote this today about my engagement, my theoretical engagement, which was actually a marriage. And I don't know if I'll post it on Instagram, we'll see, but I want to share it with you. This is how I reflect on this event from my life 3 years later. So 3 years ago today, I posted this photo with a celebration announcement about my engagement in Cyprus. And it got over 1,000 likes. And while everyone around us celebrated our engagement, I was trying to pretend to be extremely happy and excited about my upcoming marriage to the most wonderful man I've ever met. But the truth was, in the deep pit of my stomach, I was having panic. It was causing me to stop eating and sleeping and functioning. And I knew that it was not the right direction my life was meant to take. And I didn't know why or how to explain this to him because I didn't understand it myself. There was nothing wrong with this man that had proposed to me. He was actually one of the most perfect, loving, and special people I've ever met. But it just did not feel right to marry him. And our breakup 2 months later caused a domino effect through my life. Quit my job, left an apartment full of stuff, flew to Canada, proceeded to sit on my mom's couch for 3 months, eating Chicago mixed popcorn, putting together 1,000-piece vintage Canada puzzles. And what followed after ending this relationship, it was a lot of guilt. A time period where I felt totally lost. An inability to forgive myself for breaking this amazing person's heart. And it took me a very long time, but in the 3 years that have passed, I've learned to forgive myself and learned the following life lessons that I want to share. And the first is that you cannot force someone to be in love with you, nor can you force yourself to be in love with them. It's this magnet that exists within both of you, or it does not. And 2, your life is made up of millions of moments. And one mistake, one moment where you hurt someone deeply, it does not define you. You're not a bad person. You're actually a good person because you found the courage and bravery to back out rather than subjecting this man to misery for a lifetime as he tried as hard as he could to be your perfect partner and never succeeded because it was just impossible. Four, in life, we cross paths and share moments. And however long these moments are dependent on how similar we are in the time we find each other. And if we're changing and evolving on the same plane, it might be a lifetime. And if not, we need to know when it's time to get out. Sorry, guys, it's a lot of lessons. 5, only 7. It's okay to quit a job, leave a partner, end a friendship if you are being held back from your happiness or holding someone back from their happiness. You want to create something together that's soulful and meaningful and authentic. And if you're creating something destructive, then you have to let each other go. Six, after you've let go, if you're lost and feeling like you have no direction, it might just be the beginning, not the end. This one decision I made to end this marriage, it changed the entire trajectory of my life. I have no idea where I would have been if I stayed with him. Literally, because I don't know where he lives. But I definitely would not be where I am now, which is in Abu Dhabi with the friends and the stories that I do now. I wouldn't have met many of you. So you might not be able to see exactly where you're going when you let go, but Don't let that scare you. And the 7th is just follow your soul. Always, always. And in doing this, you will let other people down. Release yourself from the guilt you harbor from this. If you want to leave and you're following your soul, you have my support. Because your soul is more important than my selfishness. If you're staying for our double delight, if you're staying for restorative, feel free to just stay in the shape you're in now. You don't have to move. You can even mute your computer so you don't have to listen. And if you do want to seal this practice, if you're ready to move on with your day, just make your way up to seated with me. Lengthen up through your spine like the stem that supports a flower. And press your palms together in your heart center and gently humble your chin. Remember your intention, if it was to find contentment in this moment now, or anything else that might have been. And if you want to join with an Om sound, we will inhale and exhale, and then inhale through to make the Om. Okay, so take a breath in. And then a breath out. And then a breath in. Thank you for joining for this practice tonight. May all beings everywhere find happiness, have health, and walk on the path towards freedom. Om Shanti 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 Peace. Namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice.